properties. If the property is deemed to be in a coastal area, this particular form will be needed. You'll put the address of the property, the 911 address, and it's pretty much just a notice regarding coastal area properties. The real property described in and subject to this contract adjoins and shares a common boundary with the title, influence, merged lands of the state. The boundary is subject to change and can be determined accurately only by a surveyor or on the ground made by a licensed state land surveyor in accordance with the original grant from the sovereignty. The owner of the property described in this contract may gain or lose a portion of the tract because of the change in the boundaries. And it says the seller, transfer, or grantor has no knowledge of any prior field as related to the property described in and subject to this property except. And this is where the seller would input things. This is a document I would want to get from the listing agent first before I have my client sign this, okay? State law prohibits the use of incumbents, construction, or place of any construction in, on, or over state-owned merged land below the applicable lines without proper permission. You have to go get permission from the local government before you're doing things over here, so make sure you're in compliance with their rules and regulations. The purchaser or guarantee is hereby advised to seek the advice of an attorney or other qualified persons as to the legal nature and effect of the facts set forth in this notice on the property described in and subject to this contract. Information regarding the location of the applicable tide lines as to the property described in and subject to this contract may be obtained from the surveying division of the General Land Office in Austin. Pretty much is a notice. A good listing agent, like if you go to the listing and say that property is right there, you see it says coastal, and coastal, if it's blue, you definitely need this form. But if you're not sure if it's in a coastal, because it looks like it might be, but it's not blue, you contact the listing agent and confirm. Another way you can confirm is through your insurance agent, because when you might have a good relationship with your insurance provider, your agent might, and they may be able to give an address and confirm it's not in the that area. Or once you go under contract, because sometimes it's best to just get the house under contract, and during the option period, you get your quotes and you can find out what you're dealing with. And if you find out you are dealing with this, you need to either add this form in it as well, okay? But another way I look is go to the contract, MLS, agent remarks, attachments. I click on the flood maps as well, see if they don't have anything attached there, which they don't. See if it's in the blue. This isn't particularly in the blue, but I would have questions because if you zoom out, it's definitely coming, that water's coming from the coastline. But it may or may not. But I would check with either a listing agent, or I would call my friend who is a insurance agent and give them that address to see what we're dealing with, okay? If you have any questions about this, please let me know. But it's pretty fairly simple. Thanks so much and have a great day.